Would anybody like to share a particular skill that they were excited to see in this resource?
So I was really excited to see the cooking activities. We cook every Friday with our kids, and that is like the highlight of their week. Parents tell us how much their kids love it. So I was excited not to only see the activities, but to see the visual recipes to go along with them so that parents could really have them meaningfully participate without having to rely on the parents telling them every step.
I agree with it. The cooking was one of my favorite aspects because food is such a motivating factor to a lot of my students and really everyone. Everyone wants to eat, so it's a good way to place to start. Everyone wants to eat, so you start with this motivation. They're engaged, and there's a million different activities to incorporate into that everyday thing that we're all are going to do every day.
You know, while everyone thinks I'm going to be saying the I Spy and the walking around the block, for me, it was the hygiene in the morning and the changing, those independent skills. And then the last one of every day was processing the day. When you talk about your social interactions, your emotions, your feelings, you know, this is something where you could document with your students and your kids and just think about, 10 years from now, how did you feel? What did you go through? How did you grow? What did you do? Those are some things that we just can't teach, and we really need to be caring about the student itself. And I think the only way to do that is by really honing in to those, how did the process of the day go? What worked? What didn't work? How can we improve tomorrow? Or how can we make tomorrow better for everybody?
I really love the reference to Tar Heel Reader. Literacy is such an important skill, even for cooking, that all kids need to have. And Tar Heel Reader is so easily made accessible for our Switch users. It has the read aloud feature. It really helps make reading and learning how to listen and read easier. And I really appreciated that that was in there.
What I loved is that I have a little guy who's 6 and nonverbal, and we've been working really hard on some like different matching skills, discrimination of things that are not alike. So what I liked is like telling the parent like, hey, now we can generalize this skill at home by matching socks or, matching silverware or anything like that, that we're kind of expanding that skill into the home and showing them that they really, are doing certain things at school, but these same things you could be doing at home as well.
I agree with a lot of the things that you all said. I liked a lot of those aspects that I think people kind of view as not academic, cooking, social emotional skills, and they're missing how they are academic and they're missing how they're important. I'm kind of a board game person, so I really liked, it's not subject specific, but I like the integration of things like a scavenger hunt and different games because they lend themselves to so many topics. Like Trish was just talking about matching, memory games, bingo, scavenger hunts, and it allows families to bring them to spend time together and work with multiple children, multiple adults, and pretty much anywhere in the house, or if they are able to go outside as well.
You talked about multiple kids too. If you have someone younger and older, you're doing a scavenger hunt, everyone can have their own list or their own things to look for at the different levels. And now you brought in the youngest to the oldest. So I think it's great.
I loved where it reminded folks to take a walk and work on communication or social skills or literacy. Again, I keep saying it, but I love the marriage of the functional skills and the academic skills together. I'm intrigued, and I'd love to hear from some of you all, if you get a chance to do this, the opportunities, if you're doing live check-ins with some of your students, you could make waffles together at breakfast time, or you could read a story together and get the parents involved. And I guess it makes it more fun and more real for everybody.